we were informed that Diddy has now been placed under suicide watch in prison. Does this sound familiar?
What do you mean sound familiar? Like, are you talking about Jeffrey Epstein's situation?
Hey, I didn't say anything. I'm just saying, conspiracy-wise, what do you think? What do you think? And then I'll add the icing on the cake later.
What I think right now is that I think you're definitely onto something there when you said that just to mumble everything up, just to sort of confuse. Because it already looks like this is something they just really have to do, but they are trying to orchestrate something to confuse everyone where it leads to nothing. Like in the public court or like on social media and everywhere, Diddy is already guilty in face of everyone. So they sort of have to find a way to prosecute him of something, while that's probably the mildest thing he could be prosecuted for. So like, because it's already really confusing. I saw like another conspiracy theory talking about that could be a doppelganger. Like it's not actually the real Diddy, that the real Diddy is out because his private jet, you can monitor like private jet publicly, right? Like some people were monitoring his private jet and it was flying, and they claim that his jet can't fly without his authorization.
Maybe his kids are using it.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe his kids are using it or something. But
yeah, see, that's another conspiracy theory, right? Like that. That's a fake Diddy.
That would be a lot.
That even all this suicide watch, all these things, yeah, that might not actually be the guy.
Now, I'll add the icing on the cake. So all those things are happening. And the latest information that I have is that they came back out. The prosecuting team came back out to say, well, those accomplices were preparing the case. But then, because we realize that what is best for the victim is not necessarily a case where the accomplices go to prison or something, but financial settlement. So we are going to reach out to the accomplices and the victims of those accomplices to see if they are willing to settle out of court, because that's usually the best way to go. And whoever of the accomplices settle out of court will not even get their names released.
Interesting.
And this is coming from the prosecuting team. This is the latest update that I read.
Interesting.
They're going to come out. So if you're an accomplice of Diddy, you have the option to actually pay and move on. And now I started to think, maybe what we were talking about before is not far off. Some people want Diddy to suffer, but not exactly that it's completely shattered, because there are privileges to being a billionaire. However, maybe what they want is exactly what some people predicted Cassie's game was. So Cassie got the hush money, but still publicized that situation because it allowed other people to come forward.
Yeah.
So now it's a case of we can destroy his public currency, or what do we normally call that? Yeah. Destroy the reputation, but we know that we don't have enough to send him to jail forever. Some of our viewers have commented that Diddy's case will be a unique case. It's going to be the first time where a billionaire truly gets have to deal with the consequences of some of their terrible actions. Yeah. I'm still waiting to see how this turns out, but I have to say, from where I'm standing, I can't say for sure if it's going to turn out that he goes to prison. I'm actually leaning more towards is not going to be the type of outcome that everyone thinks 100%. It will be. And the only thing that PDD will lose is his social reputation.
100%. It's already closer to that than any other thing, because it's looking like you can already tell that if they really want, I will be waiting to see what would happen this next court hearing, right? If he is granted bail according to 50's prediction, then you can already start seeing like this is just 100% a case of let's mumble everything, water everything down, and just have like a natural slow death. Because I feel like they still have to do something, and that's what I think is going on. Like I'm assuming, or I'm also thinking that probably because a lot of powerful people apparently are also involved in Diddy party and everything. So outside of the celebrity or music realm, right? Like I'm talking like even they were talking about the exactly like the New York governor and all these things. So like if a lot of those kind of caliber or those caliber of people are already involved, you can already.
And Diddy is not new to the game. Diddy is not new to the game. He's a very big billionaire, which means he's not the typical fall guy.
I think Diddy's in his cell. Diddy is in his cell, really threatening people like, yo, dude, if I go down, for real, because I mean, if you kill him or if you try to do anything, he can already tell you like, yo, this is gonna go up. I have this in place, that in place. This is the same guy who has camera all over like his house, like during his Diddy parties and all. So like, yo, you can't even threaten him.